Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be underway at the bottom of the hour. We're taking introductions for the next 4 minutes. The lines will be open during this time. Once you've said hello and introduced yourself, you can press *6 to mute out the background noise while people are joining us on this call. Thank you. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are taking introductions. We will be underway in just a few minutes. Go ahead and give us your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening, Mark Holmes with guests on the line from Malaysia.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 3 minutes to go. We're taking introductions. In order for us to continue to take introductions, if you could please mute yourself, that would be helpful. Thank you. Press *6 to do so.
Your line has been muted.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a large conference call tonight. This is a global conference call. There are people joining us from across Canada, the United States, down into South America, quite possibly a few people who are up late at night in Europe, and right across the world in Asia. We've got about 2.5 minutes to go. We're taking introductions. You're on Straight Talk with the formulator of the Zija International Products, Mr. Russ Bianchi, and this call will commence at the bottom of the hour. If you would, please press *6 to mute out the background noise. Go ahead.
Your line has been muted. Your line has been muted. Your line has been
All right, it's almost impossible to take introductions. We'll give it another minute. There's still a few people coming online. Thank you. Tonight, and sorry for that background noise, ladies and gentlemen, but the lines are completely maxed out, and I guess this is a great problem. My name is David Moses, speaking to you from my home office here in Toronto, Canada. I'd like to welcome everybody across the world to our Wednesday evening call called Straight Talk with the formulator of the Zija International Products, Mr. Russ Bianchi. Special welcome to all of our team members and a warm welcome to all of our guests listening to this call for the first time. On this particular call, we focus in on the products. My goodness, we still have a lot of people joining us. Each and every one of these beeps that you're hearing are new people joining the call from different parts of the world. And so, it's a time for us to get together and gather as one unit. There's maybe about 1,000 plus people on this call, and get an overview of the products that have been changing people's lives now for a number of years that Zija International is distributing, the products that are the foundation of the fastest growing company in direct sales today, and the products that have caused many, many people to have spectacular results as it relates to weight loss. Not only with the weight loss, but with sustaining weight loss. And so you'll hear about all of that this evening. What I want to do in order to set the foundation and really provide a little bit of context for the new people who are on this call tonight, because you are the most important person, the person listening for the first time, and you'd like to get a little bit of background, a little bit of information as to, what these products are about, why they're so effective, and why they have provided the foundation for the business that we have here with Zija. And I'll do that in the next 5 minutes or so. This company, Zija International, was founded as a direct result of a 1-hour documentary that aired on the Discovery Channel a few years ago. This documentary featured a botanical known as Moringa oleifera. It's a tree that grows in certain parts of the world. It has some very unique properties as it relates to nutrition. In fact, it has the complete nutrient profile to literally sustain life. And this is why the Discovery Channel did the documentary and talked about how this particular botanical also can reverse environmental damage, purify water, provide food for the hungry, and also provide for a whole new range of pharmaceuticals. What happened was, this documentary was recorded on a VHS video and handed to the founder of this company, Mr. Ken Brailsford. When Ken saw the content of that documentary, he felt compelled to investigate to see if he could bring this product, this botanical, to the marketplace, and Zija was born as a result of that. Now, you have to know a little bit of Ken's background to appreciate this. Ken was the co-founder of Nature's Sunshine Products in 1972, a company still in business today, a public company, a company that has done collectively billions in sales, and he was also the founder of Enrich International in 1985. And these two companies went on to spawn many other major companies in the nutritional field that represent tens of billions of dollars today in herbal supplementation and nutritional type products. And so, it was really something special when Ken founded his third company, and that is this company, Zija International. Now, one of the challenges that he ran into immediately upon seeing that Discovery Channel was finding the right person who could then take the raw material from this botanical moringa, and take the raw ingredients, the raw constituents of the tree, and formulate products that would be efficacious, that would be marketable, that would be effective, that would taste great, that would be compliant, and so forth. And that job was given to our founder, or our formulator, Mr. Russ Bianchi. Russ, always a pleasure to have you on the call, and as you can hear, we have another packed house with people on this call tonight. It was great to see you down in Florida last weekend with all the leadership. It was a great time, and I love all these events that we do together, and also looking forward to having you back up here in Toronto in the month of February. But Russ, for the benefit of the new people on the call tonight, maybe you could just give a quick snapshot of your background, your company, and why Moringa? Why did you choose this product, this project? Thank you so much, David, for the introduction, and good evening to everyone around the world tonight. We still have people ringing in, David. We're probably jamming AT&T's backbone right now. I run a company called Adept Solutions Incorporated. We're a product development company. We're based in Monterey, California. We're one of the largest independent product development companies in the United States now. We create, convert, and stabilize things. We do it in pharmaceutical and drug development, food and beverage, skincare and cosmetics, flavor chemistry and stabilization, functional dietary supplementation, chocolate confectionery. The list is pretty long. For those of you that are new to the call tonight, if you've ever eaten an energy bar, there's a very high probability we had something to do with that category. That was literally billions of dollars in market share that was diverted from breakfast cereal, fat-laden granola bars, and candy bars into functional on-the-go products. We did not want to do this project with Zija. We turned it down, but there were two things that brought us to it. The first was the research. There are literally 6.5 decades worth of empirical, public-vetted scientific and medical journal studies on moringa for drug development, but nobody had accomplished anything with it, which was a bit curious. What we found was there was a reason for that. The product and nature of the correct varietal that only Zija International provides, enzymatically bioavailable, to protect itself in nature from being devoured by insects and animals for its nutrient density, is horrifically bad. So that had to be overcome. The second reason was the founder, Ken Brailsford. He not only assured us, but has delivered beyond any reasonable doubt quality assurance, quality control, good manufacturing practices, HACCP safety standards, actual production, qualitative factors, literally from plantations controlled and developed by the company itself through finished brands. And our biggest objective to trying to do what no one else had done at that point was, well, if we get there, somebody's going to dumb the thing down. It's the nature of the beast, and we didn't want to lend our time, reputation, or resources to any of this. But has Zija International as a company more than delivered in terms of all of these qualitative factors to deliver efficacious products that we are luckily able to achieve on the 144th try over multiple months and lots and lots of money? The answer is yes. So that's why we're here tonight. Well, I can tell you, Russ, as you know, and as many people who are on this line know, the results that people have achieved with this product in terms of high-level wellness and vitality has really propelled Zija into one of the fastest-growing companies in the world, and probably the fastest-growing company relative to our size in the network marketing industry. And I know that this year we're probably going to double in size to $250 million. And all of this is because of the products that you've created. Now, we have several product divisions, and I'd like to focus in on our weight management division in particular tonight, because, that is such an effective division as it relates to so much of the population, and it is really the catalyst to all the other products. But before I do that, Russ, maybe you could just provide some distinction of moringa itself. That there's a lot of nutritional products on the market. There's a lot of botanicals. There's a lot of plants, and there's a lot of different herbal type products. What sets this particular botanical apart from everything else? Well, David, that's a great question. First of all, this is the most nutrient-dense botanical known to science and medicine. It's both used and because we're losing you, Russ. Maybe you can get to another location. Oh. Right. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Sorry. Maybe it was the satellites. Who knows? The answer is this is the most nutrient-dense botanical out there, but there are many varietals around the world. Only Zija International not only uses the correct varietal with all the nutrient density, but delivers it enzymatically active or bioavailable, so it's absorbable. And we use all the constituent parts that are efficacious and safe and non-intracontradictive. So
I don't care what kind of medicine you're on, over the counter, prescription, or otherwise. Can everyone take this product? The answer is yes, if you are living in a space-time continuum. And if you're not in a space-time continuum, there's not much I can do about it. The bottom line is this. We're overfed in the West, we're massively undernourished, and we're heavily overdrugged. So only Zija International is providing real moringa from the correct varietal of the leaf puree, the fruit puree, the seed cake, the fiber, the cellulose, the oil, all the efficacious constituent parts. If you go on the internet right now, you can find discounted moringa. You can go to a health food store and find it also. And you are literally buying grass cuttings. These are varietals that are very palatable, tropically produced, full of moisture and nutrient density that simply is not there. And the proof is in the results, David, that you've already mentioned. Zija International is an efficacious company that delivers evidentiary-based results that are guaranteed. Unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee up to 90% for 1 full year. You can't name me a product or service on this planet other than Zija International that will provide that in a direct referral model, a highly lucrative referral schedule. It's a hybrid that's never existed. That's why this company is growing at geometric progressions.
Okay, let's talk about now. You talked about we're heavily overdrugged, we're heavily undernourished, and we're heavily overfed, right?
Yes.
What is it about the food chain today that is different than the past that has caused the epidemic in terms of a weight problem? Because that is really what's provided the opening for a breakthrough product like this.
Great question, David. There's an old saying, it's called Occam's razor in science. Invariably, the simplest answer tends to be the correct one. In the mid-1960s in the West, we ate only about 1,500 calories a day from 4 basic food groups. And got all our nutrition from that amount, and nobody was really hungry. Maybe 1 out of 45 folks had a weight challenge. Maybe 1 out of 38 had any blood glucose issue. Today, David, not that far into the future, we're eating more than double those calories on a daily basis. We're receiving up to 85% less absorbable nutrients depending on the category. And then, not only are we overfed and undernourished, then we're heavily overdrugged. Just from the mid-1970s forward, David, we're consuming on average in population over 400% more drugs. And what you need to know about drugs is the vast majority are based on plants. We don't even have aspirin in North America. Somebody hasn't seen an Indian showing on white willow bark. We isolate what we want, we synthesize it, we patent it, and then we'll run it through animal toxicology. If we don't kill rats, pigs, and monkeys, we'll stick it to phase 1, 2, and 3 human trials. And then the regulatory agencies will approve maybe 1 out of 6, and maybe 1 out of 7 of those that gets approved becomes what's called a blockbuster, pays for all the others. But David, of the last just under 6,000 drugs approved in the last 25 years for Life Health Canada and FDA in America, the average number of adverse and harmful side effects per drug is 70 per drug. Now, we're nobody's doctor here tonight. We are not in medicine. We are not diagnosing, treating, preventing, curing, mitigating, or prescribing. But we are delivering nutrient density. And if you give the body what is required, David, it's the body that self-corrects. We are filling a gap, if you will, a hole that was created by the refining and dumbing down of the food chain for profit, and then harmful things like high fructose corn syrup put in as cheap bulking excipients that have created this disaster, this giant tsunami of unwellness. And in every disaster, there's opportunity. The opportunity here is to deliver real nutrients from a very nutrient-dense botanical, only from Zija International, that feeds the body what it needs.
People have asked me, Russ, and I get this question a lot, from industry people in person-to-person marketing, why I chose this company. Why did I come to Zija? And I told them, I said, because Ken Brailsford, the owner, the founder of this company, always builds his company on efficacious, world-class products. and that's why his companies have stood the test of time. Nature's Sunshine, over 40 years still in business, because they've got products that people continue to use decade after decade after decade, and I knew that he would do the same thing here at Zija. And so you have formulated a number of products, and one of them, of course, is the configuration, which makes up our weight management system, and there are several products around that, but the three key products is the Smart Mix, the capsules, the AM capsules, and the detoxification tea. And maybe you can expand on those three products, how they work and why they work.
Sure, David. We're delivering a very few calories, a base foundation that's not in any food or beverage or supplementation anywhere from anyone at any price, with either the Smart Mix or our best and new option, the Super Mix. I've actually personally switched to the Super Mix. I hydrate with about 30 ounces of water, make it up the night before in the refrigerator, and drink about a third before breakfast, a third before lunch, and a third before dinner, and I am feeling way better. Why? I'm getting 200+% more moringa than I was getting in my original Smart Mix. For weight loss, though, there's a problem. The problem is diets don't work, David. Kumbaya weigh-in sessions, phony point scales, new and improved, celebrities on TV that were really on a treadmill and a fat farm 7 days a week with somebody whipping them from behind, then claiming some food showing up at their front door tastes good when in fact the box tastes better. That doesn't give you weight loss, and the proof is we've gone from 1 out of 45 folks that had a weight challenge to 7 out of 10 North Americans that are seriously overweight or morbidly overweight right now. So I guess for the last 40 years, those things didn't work. They're a scam. They're a sham. They don't work. You might lose those initial weight. You'll gain every ounce back and be back at their door the following January. What was being delivered here is real, permanent weight loss. We give you a trigger with a morning or afternoon capsule, David, that triggers leptin in your brain after you've gotten real nutrition. The body says, hey, we still got to run the body, so let's burn body fat instead. And you lose weight. There's a problem with that. At a certain point, you'll hit a plateau. You'll overwhelm the body from stored toxins in your body fat. So then you got to detox. And it's the combination of not a 1-2 punch, but a 1-2-3 punch combination with the detoxification tea, which, by the way, is a Ken Brailsford master herbalist-based formula that then we put moringa into. And it's the combination of those three that will allow anyone who uses this system correctly, not a diet, a system, to lose all the weight they want permanently. This company expanded, David, over $100 million in less than a year on a simple question. Might you happen to know someone who would like to lose some weight permanently at little or no cost? There's even a program to get your product for free. I don't know how you beat that, David.
Well, that, obviously, because we are a word-of-mouth business, one person tells another, and in many cases, for people who have actually lost weight and kept that weight off, their personal story does most of the talking. And then, of course, naturally, the business starts to grow as that, as word-of-mouth spreads. And of course, we've spread out to 32 countries now, with a vision to be in over 100 countries within the next 3 to 5 years, probably within 3 years. And I'll be doing a complete global tour in the month of March, starting out on the west coast of Canada, then over to California, then into Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Japan, and possibly Hong Kong, Taiwan, and then coming back home. And that'll be the first leg this year. And all of that because we're spreading around the world. Russ, I know that you're coming up to Toronto in the month of February, on the 22nd and 23rd of February, and then I believe you might even be on the West Coast the following weekend. For people who are using this product, they've become a customer, and they've experienced some results. How do they, what happens after people have lost weight? Do they need to use the capsules, or how does one maintain weight? Because that's a big question. I know there's another product that you formulated, which is our Prime 90. So how does the Prime 90, the Smart Mix, and the Super Mix provide for permanent weight loss?
Great question, David. There was a chink in our armor. We hadn't provided for a real meal replacement, and with Prime 90 vanilla bean and Dutch chocolate, we've provided that now. There's a very exciting story here. It's a really big deal from an empirical standpoint, David. Moringa is the most protein-dense botanical known to science, more than double the next nearest one, which is genetically modified soy, which is cancer-causing. That's proven. That's not speculative. You don't hear the people deny it out there, but corn and soy that are genetically modified now cause cancer. Ooh, sign me up for that one. Note the sarcasm. What I will tell you is this. We're delivering real moringa protein in a delicious vanilla or chocolate shake for meal replacement. Combine that with water, combine that with milk, combine that with what you want, and you've got a real meal replacement. So your maintenance, David, that you asked about is, what do I do when I hit my ideal weight? Well, you're going to back off big time on the tea. You're probably not going to use the AM or PM capsules as much, if at all. When you get off the nutrition, not your 105th birthday, but prior to that, do you need that nutrition so you don't relapse? The answer is yes, because it's not in food or beverage anymore, David. At russbianchi.com, there's a 19-minute lecture called What's Wrong with What We Eat on the front page for free. It explains the last 45 years of food chain in less than 19 minutes. I encourage everyone to watch it. There is no mystery what's going on here. We are buying food that doesn't have vitamins, minerals, and things our bodies need in it anymore. And the supplementation in all these health food stores and on the internet and in tinctures and tablets and capsules and juices and powders, they're enzymatically dead. You know, David, chemistry doesn't lie. Something either works or it doesn't. And we deliver real results that are guaranteed because we're fully absorbable. So what does that protein shake do? Well, it builds muscle mass, builds slow fast twitch muscle, stops atrophy, stops lactic acid buildup so that there is no potential injury or lethargy as a result. Real results. David, in London this summer, there were literally medals won on our products. Completely safe, completely approvable. Excuse me, someone's sitting on the other phone. And the bottom line is that we're delivering nutrient value not available elsewhere. In addition to the meal replacement, in addition to the weight loss, in addition to that, we have sports drinks that are second to none. All of these sports drinks on the market today with their lethal levels of anhydrous synthetic caffeine, taurine and guarana, which cause birth defects and cancer, B6 and 12 vitamins rendered from the intestines of pigs and slaughterhouses before the rest is macerated for cheap canned pet food, carcinogenic sweeteners, acidulants, preservatives, stabilizers. They're all being litigiously sued now because they don't do what they say. They don't deliver real energy. They don't deliver power, but XM3 and XM Plus do. They do it safely, competently, efficaciously, with real results. Evidentiary-based science at Zija International that exists absolutely nowhere. Total vertical integration from plantations through finished brands in a simple referral distribution model with the most lucrative referral compensation plan on the planet.
Well, I saw many. I think probably everybody on this line tonight, and we're pretty close to 1,000 people. Have probably seen the recent news broadcasts about some of the energy products on the market, and they're being challenged now because they are not, I mean, they're simply not regulated. They're all over the place, and it's opened a huge door for us marketing the products that we're marketing, particularly in that area, in addition to everything else that we have. And our skincare line. It is an amazing, it's an amazing thing that's happened. I mean, I'm here in Toronto. There's, roughly 147,000 people on the team now. There are over 8,000 people a month that are joining worldwide, which seems like a lot of people, but it's nothing. We're expecting that number to double in the next 3 to 6 months to 20,000 people per month who are coming on board with this company. And even that's nothing when you take the global population. But it's going to really set the stage for a lot of people to have success, not just from a product standpoint, but also from a business standpoint. And we've seen a huge influx of customers, thousands of customers just using the product each month. And they are now they're converting to become distributors. They're calling the people who brought them in as a customer, converting, becoming a distributor, and then, of course, going on to tell other people. Russ, you have been involved in billion-dollar brands in the business that you're in for a number of large global conglomerates and corporations. What do you see in terms of what you envision for Moringa and the fact that Zija is first to market with Moringa-based products?
David, I get excited. I can't even sleep anymore, literally. I'm on the road as much as it's really heavy to support everybody's business in North America and around the world, and will continue to do so. Because the first time in my life, I have been involved in not wanting to do something, right? Kicking and screaming literally to it, to see something that is not only changing lives from a wellness standpoint, but also a very lucrative wealth standpoint. The potential of this, we haven't even scratched the surface, to use your terms, David. This is a tiny little company, but within multiple geometric progression, not a linear growth model, it'll easily hit $1 billion before anyone in history in direct referral sales. In addition to that, I think it will be a double-digit billion-dollar company, bypassing everybody within a decade. That's what I not only know, have measured. The resources are there already, thanks to Ken Brailsford, to do billions in sales, literally from raw materials through finished brands, and the most efficacious production plant on the planet. And as a result of that, you can't help but win, succeed, if you are considering claiming this, because the systems are in place, the raw materials are in place, the compensation plan is in place, the servant leadership is in place. There is no chance anywhere on this planet that this is going to be a literal landmark brand and family of brands.
All right. Well, Russ, as always, thank you very much. And just hold the line for a moment. If you're new on the line tonight, if you're a guest and you're just kind of getting yourself acclimated to Zija, you're getting, a little bit of information on the product, maybe you've found out a little bit about the company, what I want you to do is get back with the person who invited you to this call. Get your questions answered. Ask them, if you choose to become a distributor, what the best way is to create immediate cash flow to start your business on the fast track. They will be happy to show you the benefits of Business Builder 1 and Business Builder 2 and how that can really put you into the fast track in terms of growth. If you choose, certainly become a customer. They will show you how to do that also. So get back with the person who invited you. And on that note, let's give Mr. Bianchi just a global thank you, and we can do that by pressing *6 now.
Factor 10.
Yeah, there were so many people on there you couldn't even hear the distinctions of the *6, but that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening on Straight Talk. I wish you continued success in all your endeavors, and we will catch you on tomorrow night's call, which will be a business presentation call. Thank you very much, and have continued success this week. Good night. The lines are open.
Thank you, Russ. Thank you, Russ. Thank you, Russ. Ron from Brooklyn. Callahan, Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you, Russ. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Russ. Mark Holmes, Baltimore, Maryland, streaming live to Malaysia.
Philadelphia. Yep. Teresa Cat, and the call was fantastic. I'm in Northridge, California, and I totally enjoyed every second of it.
Thank you, Russ. Mario Blatt, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Thank you, David. Thank you, Uncle Russ. Willis Valley, Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Great call, Elizabeth Alexander, San Francisco area.